to make sure that Coran, can you hear us?
Good morning, Mr. Azizaga. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. Bonjour. Welcome. So we can, I think, yes, Marinos, you wanted to say something? I can't hear you. Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning to all of you.
Hi,
Good
Angela.
morning,
How are you? How is life in Chisinau?
Is cold, is sunny, it's good.
Okay, very good. So now we wait to see in the chat where are our other participants reaching us from, and we will see which countries are with us today and which institutions, but already our partnership is there for the second webinar. Very good.
Good morning to all of you. You can write to the chat
Good morning.
your country and the institution that you represent.
Bonjour, Bizerte. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. Fine.
Ramadan Karem.
Thank you. Shukran. Merci.
Good Ramadan to
Good
all
morning,
my
Najib.
colleagues.
Good morning, أنيس. كيف الحال؟ كيف صباح؟
Good morning.
Good morning, Casablanca. How is life in Casablanca today?
It's raining and it's cold.
Oh.
It's abnormal, yes.
But it's needed, no? A bit of rain.
Yes. Of course. We are happy with it.
Very good, very good. So we will start in a few minutes. We just wait for other colleagues to join us. We will start in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Maria.
Yes.
Monsieur Mourad ne va pas assister avec nous, le directeur.
Yes.
Pour des raisons sanitaires, il va faire une petite opération ce matin.
Le pauvre. Je suis désolé.
Okay.
D'accord.
Okay.
My chef.
So best wishes to him.
Merci. Alors, il va assister Monsieur Mourad Mhalla et nos collègues. Il y a 7 collègues qui vont assister. Ils sont des formateurs.
OK.
Oui, on a fait une petite réunion avec eux. Ils sont d'accord pour entamer cette expérience avec nous. Dans le digital, ils vont être connectés par leur propre ordinateur ou leur propre moyen.
Okay, very good.
Moi seul ici au bureau, Monsieur Mourad Mhalla dans son bureau.
So you are taking over. The new director. And you're seizing power. But this is a very important point that Anis has just shared.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Nina.
I'm sorry to join you lately.
It's fine. How are you today? How is life?
I'm fine. How are you?
How is life in Belize?
Everything is good. Weather is sunny, so mood is okay. Our mood.
Very good. Very good. I would like to share with you one important point that from the center in Bizerte, we are having also teachers and educators that are following the webinar. And this is possible for all of you. I mean, centers of vocational training. If you want to share the link with your trainers, please do it. If you want us to send them for the next webinars, individual invitation, this is also possible. I mean, our idea is that the Entrepreneurial VET Center is for everybody in the VET Center, for the director, the teachers, the students, the administrative staff. So please feel free to share the link. And
wonderful.
Okay. Also for the next meetings, send us the names and email addresses, and we can send even individual invitations.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so it's 10 o'clock. We still wait 1 minute and then we start, if we all agree. I think the 4 centers that are part of the partnership are with us. Very good. Cardet is with us. How is life in Cyprus, by the way, today?
Good morning, everyone. Good to see you.
Hi, Levan. Nice
to see you, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning. The weather is beautiful here. It's 28 degrees. There is the air quality is a bit challenging. There is a lot of dust in the atmosphere, but there is a dust wave covering Cyprus right now.
Mr. Rasidos, how are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
Very good. Very attractive weather you have.
Yes.
We know where we would like to be.
Yes, that's what I was thinking right now.
And we will get organized, I hope. One day.
I wish I go one day in a warm place.
Maria Vittoria, if I may, 2 important points about the use of Zoom. First one is we had an issue with the link. So some of you, maybe you joined to the meeting with a strange name. For your case, I mean, maybe some of you joined with Loretta as a name. So please rename with your correct name. This is the one point.
Me. Okay.
No worries, Nina. It's not, I mean, your fault. And
yes.
As a second point, please be aware to be muted in case that you're not speaking. Thank you.
Thank you, Marinos, and thank you all. I think we can start.
Levan, you are Loretta too.
Okay, so let's start this second webinar. I would like to welcome you all to continue our trip together towards becoming more entrepreneurial as TVET centers. This webinar is part of a series of 4 webinars that are organized by the ETF with the support of Cardet and together with the 4 centers of vocational excellence from Moldova, Georgia, Tunisia, Morocco. We are working together to develop a concept on what it means to be more entrepreneurial as a TVET center, and also we are practicing it. So we are glad to have you all with us in our community. And also we would like to share with you that if one of your centers of vocational excellence would like to join our partnership, this is still possible. So what is the objective today? Today is to concentrate on how to implement the digital transformation in a center of vocational excellence in order to be more entrepreneurial. This is the second aspect that the partnership has selected as an important one. The first aspect we have seen last week, and it was about being more international. Last week we saw with our dear guests, we got some inspiration what you need to do or what are some opportunities to be more international. Today, with our dear guest that I thank a lot to be with us and who will be introduced very shortly, we will have some inspiration of what you can do or what opportunities are there to be more digital. There will be another 2 webinars to follow. The next one is on the 20th of April, if you want, pin down this date already. And it will be about how to be more in line with sustainable development goals and how to support better women entrepreneurship. This will be the 3rd webinar, 20th of April. you will receive an invitation for that. And the last one will be on the 10th of May. And that one will be about how a Center of Vocational Excellence can better support business startup, business acceleration. In all our webinars, we will have a Center of Vocational Excellence with us from the European Union, but also from other countries. And this is also a fantastic opportunity for all of us to network together and to find good partners for projects in the future. So thank you again for being with us. I just remind you to please use the chat if you have comments and questions. And as we go along with the webinar, we will take them. Thank you very much to my colleague Loretta, who is managing the chat so well. Thank you everybody who contributed to have this webinar. And let's start. So we start with the first panel. The chair is my dear colleague, Charalambos Brasidas from CADET. Charalambos or Pambos, better said, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you, Maria Victoria. Thank you to everybody for being here. It's really exciting. We have a very exciting program planned for the next 2 hours. In the interest of time, we'll try to be as precise as possible, please, and stick to the time allocated. If you have any questions or comments, please enter them in the chat and we'll try to address them. As Maria Victoria said, my name is Pambos, full name Charalambos Brasidas. I'm Director of CARTED and Professor of Learning Innovations at the University of Nicosia. The panel today, the first one focuses on digital transformation of vocational centers of excellence, and we focus on some good practices, but also challenges. We have 3 great speakers with us today. They will share with us their experiences. I will start with the first one. The first one is Konrad from the Malta College of Arts, Science and Technology. And then we have Sylvia from the Action Against Hunger, representing her organization, but also the project to be digital. And then we have Aina from an agency that focuses, Aina from the National Center of Education in Latvia, who will share the policy perspective. We start with Konrad, and each speaker will have for the first round 3 minutes. So please try to be as punctual as possible. And Konrad, we kindly ask you to introduce yourself, your institution, and place a focus a bit more on the digital and entrepreneurship angle. Konrad, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for the invite. I'm quite excited to be part of this webinar. Okay, first of all, MCAST is the Malta College of Arts, Science and Technology. It has been set up in 2001. I was one of the first few lecturers to join MCAST. Currently, the population is about 9,000 full-time students, and we also have a part-time students as well. We also have international students. We have about 90 different internationalities. And our college is quite unique because it offers courses from EQF level 1 up till master's degrees. And we have about 6 institutes, one of which I am the director of the ICT Institute. We have the Business Management and Commerce Institute, Creative Arts, Engineering and Transport, Community Services, and Applied Sciences. So about the digital platforms that we use. Mainly we use Moodle as a learning management system where the teachers use it as a platform to put the resources for students, and also for students to submit their assessment. And we also have another platform which is called Cluster. This is a system which can take new applications of new students. It has attendance monitoring system, and also publication of results. And it has a list of options to audit the process of the learning process of the students. And apart from these two platforms, we also obviously use the Microsoft Teams as a main platform, communication platform, which was used a lot during the COVID times. Obviously, every student has also access to email. We use Microsoft Office 365. We also make use of Turnitin as a plagiarism detection system where students upload their material, their assessment, and there is an automatic check of the resources that the students make use of. We're also quite innovative in the way we publish our certificates. We use the blockchain. It could be, it's a new term, it's a new technology that has been around the past few years. Basically, all the certificates the students they get when they graduate, they are published on the blockchain, which is students can have access to their certificates from a mobile app. They can send the link to their employer, and the employer validates that the authenticity of the certificates, their qualifications. And lately, we have also introduced a new department, which is the Research and Innovation Department, which is currently focusing a lot on EdTech. EdTech is a means of presenting simulations and new tools to teach students, which might not, the traditional way of teaching might not address well. Since this webinar is about entrepreneurship, I will be very short. Entrepreneurship is at our heart at MCAST, and in fact, it is a unit which is included, which is a taught unit included in all the courses that we offer. And a very nice thing that we are very proud of is that students collaborate between the various institutes that I have mentioned. So a student from ICT will collaborate with a student from the business. There we have the engineering as well. So they can come up with a team and they can come up with a new idea, and they develop their own entrepreneurial project. Obviously, we use digital tools as well in these, since these students come from various departments. The digital tools are very important. So it could be an online form, it could be a Teams meeting, it could be the presentation of their idea on Teams, webinars. Again, Moodle is used a lot. So that is, in a nutshell, what we do as a vocational college, which is the only vocational college in Malta. Thank you.
Thank you, Conrad. That's very comprehensive. You do a lot of exciting things with technology. I'll come back to it with some questions.
Sure.
Thank you very much. Let's go to Sylvia. Sylvia, would you like to introduce yourself, your organization, and the project that is so dear to us? Please.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, everyone. My name is Silvia Rodriguez, and I'm representing Action Against Hunger. Well, as it's in our name, we are a humanitarian organization working to eradicate the causes and the consequences of hunger. So we're present in over 50 countries in the world, but what we do more specifically in Spain is supporting the livelihoods of people that's at risk of exclusion through entrepreneurship and employment projects. And we've been doing that since 2014 in 10 different regions of Spain. So in all of our projects, we have a very strong focus on soft skills building to support people's resilience, autonomy, self-confidence, and of course, their entrepreneurial spirit. And well, we know that this spirit, this entrepreneurial mindset is really relevant in education. And it's very, very important in a vocational education and training setting, where we have many students that are at risk of dropping out for lack of motivation, lack of resources. And that's something that we found that became especially relevant and dangerous during the COVID-19, where both teachers and students had to adapt to learning and teaching in an online environment in record time. So this is how we embarked in the submission of TVET Digital, the project that Pambos mentioned earlier, which is a project we're currently developing together with with partners who are experts in education, in innovation from Spain, Belgium, and of course we go also together with the national agencies from Latvia and Croatia. And well, with TVET Digital, we aim to support the effective digital teaching and digital learning experience of VET students, especially those that we know are at risk of dropping out and early leaving school. That's something that, well, it's quite complicated all over Europe, but in Spain we are we have the highest rates of people dropping out from school. And we know that digitalization can both prevent it or be a cause of this dropping out if it's not managed efficiently. So for that reason, with this project, we are addressing the transversal competences that we know are necessary and key to succeed in online learning, in online working, and online performing in different domains of life. So we're developing a framework where we're finding all these key competences that we know will support people in succeeding with online learning and working. We're developing a methodology that's project-based, and this is where entrepreneurship comes. We're supporting students in thinking of entrepreneurial solutions to social challenges that they can overcome thanks to digitalization, to collaboration online communication, etc. And well, our main goal is to make all of this open MOOC that will be available for all teachers so that we can make the digital learning experience more innovative, more inclusive, and at the same time, we can encourage students' entrepreneurial mindset. So more or less, long story short, that's what we're doing with this project.
Thank you. It was very good because what you mentioned now in combination with Konrad's earlier addresses two of the four main common areas we identified that we will focus in this partnership: the digital and the social entrepreneurship and SDGs. And this project brings very well together the digital and using digital tools with an entrepreneurial angle to address some key SDGs. Thank you, Sylvia. We will continue with Aina, who will share with us, will introduce herself and share with us in the next 3 minutes the perspective from a policy angle. Aina, the floor is yours.
Hey. Thank you, Pambos. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Nice to be here. Thank you for the invitation to be part of this very broad network. I am Aina Špaca, and I represent National Center for Education of Latvia. We are Ministries of Education agency, and today I'll be speaking and sharing a little bit of policy outlook, although I'm work in a project department. National Center for Education is, so as I mentioned, is a ministry's agency established in 2009, and is responsible for implementation of education policy and delivering it to schools across Latvia. The center implements its functions in compliance with several national development planning documents. So these are Sustainable Development Strategy of Latvia 2030, Guidelines for the Development of Education, Future Skills for the Society of the Future, and Digital Transformation Guidelines. And I was overlooking all these strategies, and one of the key policy issues that is prioritized in all these strategies is, of course, society's digital competence throughout education system, that it needs to be further developed. And it is also one of the key action directions currently for our center. Moreover, also in response to COVID pandemic challenges that we all had to face. So main directions currently set forward to achieve this goal are modernization of infrastructure and digitalization of learning pathways in vocational education and training system, which includes enlarging the share of online learning opportunities in VET, It includes also development of digital resources and support materials and the digital learning management systems. Also, of course, promotion of school staff's digital skills and competencies to support digital transformation. So these are all the directions that we are currently working towards as a center. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. That's we got the first round, very interesting perspectives. Now we'll go back and ask a specific question to Konrad, because there are some excellent documents he shared, and you have the links in the chat. A very comprehensive strategy for the VET Center with measurable targets, very rare to find in an educational institution. This is a very good example. And also a very impressive example is that they don't just have a digital strategy, but an AI strategy. So it's very interesting to see the perspective. The question will be, Konrad, what would be your advice to a VET center that uses technology, but now wants to develop a more solid digital strategy and also address a bit the entrepreneurial angle? So what would be a couple of practical tips you would advise a VET center?
So the first thing I would suggest is to meet the students, to meet the teachers, to meet the industry as well, and gather as much information as you can. In fact, in order to come up with that, our strategy, we had met with several stakeholders. We discussed, we saw what was required, and we came up with that particular list. I mean, you have to see also what other COVES are doing. In fact, that's why I shared also the document about innovation and digitalization. I happened to be part of that working group where we shared our experiences. In fact, the topic I mentioned before about the blockchain certificates is also mentioned in the document. I mean, you have to keep in mind also the culture adaptation and the ease of access of digital access to resources.